Yo, I was saying for so much transit, so in some transit say dia na me dia send. It's a boy in a jingle. Wode Maya, hey, I always say this guy, he need to be awarded. So guy you say no here about so body ankasa Africa no. It's like Afrima and as Afrima no sa award na ye man the whole African all the artists and as more bomb more than no. This guy no e so mutimi nominate and as mutimi man award. Wode Maya, I am Maya. That this guy now finally meet Plo Lumumba. Do you know Plo Lumumba? Plo Lumumba is a Kenyan lawyer. He always say, do you know if you listen to
I also wish asking the question, what is it that we must do to make Mother Africa great again? It is not lost on me that only last week here in Ghana, the president of Ghana received African Americans who were engaged in homecoming. They were here to rededicate themselves to the struggle to make Africa great again. And it is not only Africans in America who are asking the question. If you meet Africans in Europe, they are asking, what can we do to make Africa great? You meet Africans in Asia and in Latin America.
Nyerere in 1963, 1997, you listen to Patrice Lumumba in 1961, you listen to Mandela in 1994. They are talking Africa. In other words, Africa is the...
Wode Maya SMBC plus I didn't hear the be who say wokasa. Like almost speech. Now so you hunduma away and as you huade away. Munti asema plokan. Okache Wode Maya say omo adabi omo shout omo ye dede e wo social media na me yese ne sankrofo no omo ye nwuma ketwa na mo no omo adabi omo ye silence omo ye din wa adwuma omo ye no ho no omo mom e na ye adwuma pa. What a wonderful speech.
This is the question that had a lot of likes because everybody wanted to know what is Prof doing. We keep on hearing his speeches and all that, but Prof, you are Kenyan.
Yes, indeed.
Have you ever thought of running for presidency?
I have thought of serving, and I'm serving in different ways. And I do not believe that running for the presidency is what defines one's contribution to one's country. In fact, you will note if you look at my walls, which you've now had the opportunity to look at, the people you see there are Patrice Emery Lumumba, who of course was a prime minister, but a reluctant one. You see Julius Kambarage Nyerere, who said that he was a teacher by passion and by design, and a politician by default. Kwame Nkrumah, a politician. Another, Nelson Mandela, a reluctant leader. Martin Luther King Jr., who held no office. Mahatma Gandhi, who held no office. But I believe that time will define how we choose to up the game in our activities in this continent. But I have never ever thought, and this is the problem with many Africans, the assumption that in order to serve, you must occupy office. This is a problem, and that is why there are so many conflicts in Africa, where people think that you've got to be a member of parliament, you've got to be a president, and that is why people kill each other to be presidents, and then they mess African countries. But people who do great things are doing them without the burden of asking for public office. That does not say that if circumstances are right.
And I say like, we will be a ka usesen ka we president. Munti asema plokan. Oka chere say, we here office and I say we occupy office and sani what my bibi na mo wunjuma pa no enu mom ene bibi office kwan e de ama wo. Wode Maya ebisa plo say, do you support AU and I say ECOWAS? Plo eka say ECOWAS AU no omumu bia no ndi omochi. Because some crofo yes and as an organization and as a cool no no more kwenyese ko bitima abo Africa and ko mbe page Africa. Now so no yes I know.
I just want to know, are you proud of the AU?
No, I'm not.
The ECOWAS?
No, I'm not.
The SADC?
I'm not.
Why, Prof?
Because these are organizations which have great potential, but they have refused to use their potential to good effect. Let me give you an example of SADC. SADC brings together near about 14 countries. There are many issues that they ought to deal with. I want to see young men and women moving from country to country without the requirement for visas. What have we seen? We have seen xenophobia. Right now, there is conflict in Mozambique. As I speak to you now, 50 people are massacred by people described as Islamists. Not a single ECOWAS or SADC leader has condemned it. We have seen what happened recently in West Africa. You know what is happening in the Cameroons. You know what is happening in Mali. You know what is happening in Mauritania. You know what is happening in Burkina Faso. And you don't see them coming out as they should. They have to be prodded to come out. And when they come out, their statements are so measured that they have no impact. And people are being impeded in terms of movement. You saw what happened between Nigeria and Ghana at the Seme border. Yeah. You are closing borders in a world that requires young men and women to move. And if you come to East Africa, the heads of states have been unable to meet. Instead, I see the president of Burundi celebrating that they have now been readmitted into the Francophonie. Can you believe it? In this day and age. So, and the African Union, of course, they used to say of its predecessor, the OAU, that it was a toothless bulldog. This one, I doubt even if it is a bulldog. That is the tragedy.
Wode Maya bisa process. Ojin say senka Africa union anu ye beka bom e wo chini ba akon ase ninka ya use one passport. Pro union no say there's no doubt just say asembia ni ho sa even over 2 years. Omuko all the African leaders, African people nyina omuko meeting in Uganda. Omo ye omagin say nko mu nyina be use one passport. Nso over 2 years no muntimi launch passport no. Nti sa meeting no omuko ye no. Ni nyina no unnecessary for so be any so.
Do you ever think that Africa should come under one umbrella and use one passport?
Oh yeah, I've no doubt. And of course, to their credit, the African Union about 2 years ago in Kigali in Rwanda came up with the African passport. But beyond the launch, nothing. I've quarreled with a young lady at the entry in Namibia when they are asking me for a visa and a white man is passing. I've been denied entry in Zambia because they said I was a threat to the security of Zambia. I don't know how I can threaten the security of a country. So there is a sense in which I think that Africa needs to style up. I look forward to the day when a young Ghanaian will pick
off I can send be for your education system. Yes, it's true. Your education system no wrong. Kwana ye for so yesu and wrong. Can you imagine say obi ko school na so obi wa Africa nso onim Africa ya mamre oni ye culture onim the way ya mamre si fa so etie na mom no not Ghana o ti Africa nso na osua Europe amamre ana so osua America omo culture so obi ti Africa se sia wa university ayi na obisa ne nne what is going on in America bia na onim but what is going on in Ghana enu de oni.
Prof, you don't think our education system is wrong?
Of course I do.
Because I think for what he's saying, I think it's because of our education system, because we don't know our history. Somebody asked me a question yesterday that if you had the chance to change something in Africa, what will it be? I just said education system because I had to grow up just to find out my own history because we were never taught in school. A country like Ghana, you will never hear about Cameroon until you start growing up.
I can't agree with you more. Do you know that in certain Scandinavian countries, whatever you study, whether it is geography, whether it is chemistry, whether it's physics, whether it's mathematics, you've got to learn the history of that thing. A people without a sense of history cannot have a sense of their present and cannot have a sense of their future. That is why when you go to European countries, they have museums. Museums are the link between the present generation and the past generation. Here,
this question, I mean, him said definitely be a sensitivity or be beside this question. No, or say, Plo, Oji di se Africa ye hia democracy. Se ka se democracy a democracy na ye can be amamuo. Africa ne ehia maya na. Munti asema Prof kai.
Prof, do you think Africa needs democracy?
You know, this is a question. I'm very glad you've asked me that question because Europe and America came here. Europe and America, I call them the conceptual West. They came here and told us democracy means multi-party politics. Democracy means regular elections. That cannot possibly be the only meaning of democracy. That can only mean Western democracy. Africa must now begin to define her own democracy. And how do I define democracy? Democracy is a government in which the people have the opportunity and the right to participate in decision making. It will differ from society to society, but as long as the people have a role in decision making, that to me will constitute democracy. So I believe that African societies must define their own idea of democracy as long as the people participate, as long as those who are in charge of people's affairs are answerable to the people.
Well, abusia for hase so ehiam ye pa. Eye pro or assembly o ha opese oka. No man nan bi o ha. Odwen say Africa for and as Africa for mpanfo amutie pa no so won saka video make sure so be share say be mpanfo no mun sa be kan bi o sa no man nan ya of things say Africa yetimi kan bom na ya ebe boaye one say nyina no yekita one passport all the Africa yekita one passport true so over Europe say Europe omunyina upon so bia kita country bia one documents was no but who kita other country documents who to travel to all the European countries without visa. But Africa and Tessa two say nyina ye di one currency no by Europe say omunyina di euro. European countries are undi euro no. One also usika obedun so obedun no munsu kwan but on be make sure say usika no e wo low like any euro no difference won kura euro no be so asen wusika no ti se won tan se won di euro no so be di wan kasa wusika no wo de ba euro ma e ba be ketoa na mo no kita euro no so de kokro ma no wakwa kunya dodo ti da bia won se wusika no na e wo form sa system no e na Europe eye na two na eto so biem eye se visa kwana ye faso a wo beje visa no all African countries. I know say some of the Ghana passport say there was some country bi ho a free visa. Some of the countries be a link in video madikran home video before link in or YouTube description as say be ya obetimanya say kita Ghana passport country bi ho a wo kwa a free visa ma there's no need of na akwaje visa. Now some of the countries na okọ ho as okwaje visa no enumo no South African penfo so ko munyina nkamo no munye unity say be ya o ko na visa no o ji awon fani too difficult like umre bebra ansa no wa je visa country bi o ko je visa no mo be bisa okra ne ko na bra be bre kra ansa no watimanya visa so Africa to Africa North Africa the same continent so no ko hokra po na bra be bre no nti pro e make this decision no say be ya nka Africa no yenyina kabom ni nka sa yidi yenyina ye ne ba ko a all the African countries no amaya pija akwa.
And I think therefore challenges will be there, but the prospects are quite good if we combine it with a number of things. One, let's have one passport. Two, let us move towards a single currency within the African continent. Three, let us remove work permit requirements, and that will of course ensure that we also eliminate visa requirements. And sometimes I know why African countries can't eliminate visa, because it is a revenue collection thing. I've always said you can actually say there is no visa, but there is an entry fee, some $20, so that you don't lose the revenue. And that entry fee also allows you to monitor people as they enter for security reasons, but eliminate the visa. If I wake up today and I say that I want to go to Malawi, let me go to Malawi and you say at the border, I'll pay 20 shillings.
Kasano manyanka African ka yintwam, ninka yenyusu Afro card. South Africa also were making an attempt to say Bianca all the banks in Combit Mia, yes, I card, you know, say Bianca Africa Biano or Yobina because Ukita MasterCard, Ukita Visa card na Ibiana, Udiko Ibanga or Matel tax. Sa tax no Matel no, says can a co Europe and cat Africa ho. Basenki Kitayanga say a carda. Ka uyiska ohanka tax no Matel no ke Africa ho, Nika African so Yanyeska, but all this money in Ubia. Or after Visa card, MasterCard, Nisa card in Libya, we use scanner tax no motor, Africa. Until pro and make a decision be saying Africa banks in Indiana, communion community my card. Ukita Hona and Yafina, Uku, your mobile tax and tax and a common tax no return and car. Yemainuma are taxing the Afro card.
Click and they see I'm there and I pay. I can even pay online. And one of the things that you young people should begin to do, because you are technically and technologically savvy, and I hope this is going to happen, African banks must now move in the direction of running an African credit and debit card. We should run away from these visas, these MasterCards. I want an Afro card. That Afro card will ensure that money circulates within the continent. Today, I use a Visa card linked to a bank. The money goes outside of the continent. So a lot of our money is getting out of the continent. And when that happens, it means we can't fund research and development. When we can't fund research and development, it means that you who are in the technological space, we cannot enable you to participate in the commercial arena. And yet we are going to be...
Yo, Intina Busian for no. This video, no, ever send out to us it will be continue. But as I earlier said, you know, so Wode Maya is doing a very great job. Melinky the full video now on the description box and so. So I also read the whole video in na. Over call Melinky no hona waka Wode Maya, I jingle. Absolutely definitely. If you like this video, subscribe to this channel, then give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and share as usual. So boy, bim.